guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be doing my May favorites, and it feels kind of weird because I actually filmed my April favorites a little earlier in April, so it kind of feels like I have like 2 months worth of favorites in one. It's really not that much stuff. It just feels like a really long time since I last did a favorites video, so I'm really excited to show you guys what I've been using and what I've been loving. So if you guys want to see what I've been using in the month of May, just keep watching. Also, this is officially my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, which is so crazy to think that I have been doing this for a year. I think this is my 140th video on my channel. I'm pretty sure this is the 140th video, but I'm so excited that I get to share it with you guys, and it's just, I can't believe it's been a year. It's just absolutely insane. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel since then. Thank you to everybody who has watched any of my videos since then. It seriously means so much to me that you guys take time out of your day to watch some of my videos, especially since some of them will end up getting more views, and I'm kind of over here like, where'd you guys come from? Like, it's so nice that you guys care enough, and even if you're just like, you accidentally clicked it or something, thank you. Like, I know it's random. I just want to thank you guys because it really means a lot to me. It just seriously means so much to me, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me, especially when I don't always stay consistent with my upload schedule. For the most part, I think I do, but there are some weeks where it's like, you only uploaded once. Like, what's up with that? So I really appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you, even if you're just stop by to watch this, or even if you're watching this years later. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. So anyway, let's continue on with the video. So my first favorite is one that I've had for quite some time now, and I just kind of rediscovered it, I guess. I hadn't been using it for a while, and I just rediscovered how much I love it, and that is my Tarte Amazonian 12-Hour Matte Blush, and this is in the color Tipsy, and I have been loving this. This is perfect for that spring to summer transition. I have usually been just using my Lorac blush because I love it. It's a pretty mauve color, but this is just so beautiful. It's just such a nice, summery, fun pink, and I'm so excited to use it more this summer, so I have just been loving this, and I would highly recommend it. Tarte has amazing blushes. I was so torn with getting their December palette where they had like 12 of their most popular blushes or something like that in one palette, and it looked amazing, and I was almost going to get it, and I decided against it, and now I kind of wish I'd gotten it because I love their blushes and they're just so amazing and just super, super nice. So my next favorite is actually a primer. Now, for a long time I was using my NYX Photo Loving primer, and it's good, but I'm not gonna lie, I think it started to break me out because that seemed to be the one consistent thing, because as y'all could see, I've been breaking out so much between January and now, and just recently, as of like 2 weeks ago when I switched primers, my skin has been clearing up, so I can't help but feel that that NYX primer might have been what was breaking me out. Now, I have no proof, but I assume that that's what it was. I might go back and try it again in a few months, see if it does the same thing. But since switching, I have been using the Buckle Bunny Beauty Fringe Benefit Primer. Now, I absolutely love this brand, and I'm so excited to share a video with you guys coming up soon, something really special that I'm so excited for, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. But I have been loving this primer. I talked a little bit about it in my third prom video, and I just absolutely adore it. It is so nice, it's so smooth, and definitely has become my favorite primer that I've ever used. So if you can, definitely check it out. I will leave the website linked down below because it is online only. Speaking of Buckle Bunny Beauty, I have also fallen in love with their cream to powder foundations, except what I personally love to use these for in my everyday makeup routine is I actually use these for contour. So like eyeshadow, I personally like to have a transition contour shade. So I go in with caramel, and I kind of just give the nice simple contour, and then I will go over it with mocha before I start to blend it out. And I love this so much. You guys, this has literally changed my contour game forever. I used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and you could see those in a lot of my older videos. I would be using those a lot because I'm like, hey, that's a really cool step. But I wasn't the biggest fan of the formula. I thought it was a little stiffer and too thick in my opinion, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the colors, and I felt like I should like it because everybody raved about this cream contour kit. So I gave up cream contour for a while, and you could see it in my videos, like I just wasn't doing as much contour, and I personally like to have a bronzy contour look, and so it's kind of a bummer, but I hadn't found anything, and I've started using these, and I fell in love. They're so easy to blend, they're so smooth. My contour looks amazing. My friend had recently come to Texas and she mentioned how pretty my contour was, and I felt blessed because that was one of the first days that I started changing up my routine, and it's just, it gives you such a nice bronzy but also chiseled look, and it is everything that I've wanted in a contour, and you can build up the depth of the contour or the bronziness depending on how much you use. And the reason I say bronziness is because I do use mocha, which is more of a warm tone. It's not as much as a cool tone. Almond definitely seems to be a little bit more of a cool tone, and so that also gives you the depth. And I know it kind of bothers a lot of people to use, you know, warm tones for contour because they're like, that's for bronzer, but it works. It satisfies what I want, and I like the way it looks on me personally, so I'm just gonna continue. So my next favorite is actually a necklace. Now, as you guys have probably seen if you follow me, in almost every single one of my videos, I like to wear 2 necklaces. The only times I don't wear them is if I'm doing like a body paint, or I feel like these necklaces deter from the makeup look. So the ones that I've always worn is, this one is from Etsy, and it is my absolute favorite. I wear it all the freaking time, and I will always pair it usually with the Kendra Scott necklace. And so usually I've been doing kind of like the white Kendra Scott because it just kind of goes with everything, but I've gone through like 3 Kendra Scott necklaces simply because they tarnish, because I never take them off like when I shower or swim, which I know is bad, but I do it anyway. So anyway, this is an Aries constellation necklace, and so since I love my constellation and zodiacs and galaxy and stuff, I decided that I wanted to get a blue necklace to kind of match with it. So I just got the blue Kendra Scott necklace. I will leave the name of it down below just because it's like a cat's eye or something like that. I want to say it might be sapphire, I believe, but it's so beautiful and I love it, and it actually goes with a lot of the clothes I wear. I know it doesn't necessarily go with this, but from a distance people are like, oh, it's black, so it kind of does work. I love it so much, so this has definitely been one of my favorites, and it's just, it makes me so happy, so yay. So the next 3 items I actually wore together, so it's kind of going to be like a little trio going on. And so the reason I've been only doing 2 uploads a week for the month of May was because I knew I was going to be working a wedding, and not only was it just like, oh, I'm just doing makeup from a wedding, I was the bride's assistant, so I was helping with all of the preparations and really getting down to business. So because of that, I knew May was going to be an incredibly busy month for me, and so I just wanted to be able to have time to focus on her and help her out. So because of that, I decided that, I mean, I wanted to start my Broadway body paint series anyway and have it leading up to the Tonys, because I felt like that was just so perfect, and that does take time. Because I'm not working on myself, I have to work with other people's schedules, so I have to work out with them when they're free, and then they have to come over, and you know, it takes time. Some of them took 6 hours, some of them took 3 hours, so it really depends. I usually have to plan for the max because I would hate to be like, oh, it's only gonna take 3 hours, and they get here and it ends up taking like 4, and they have to leave, and then it's rushed and it doesn't look good, and I just want to be able to plan time for that. So I just decided to cut it down to 2, kind of do an every other me video, makeup on myself or lifestyle sort of thing, and then Broadway, vice versa, and just keep going back and forth in that kind of pattern leading up to the Tonys. So anyways, back to my point. The wedding is, I wore this necklace because we're kind of on the topic of necklaces right now, and somehow it literally already got tangled from me walking to my room into here. Okay, hold on. So it is this rose gold layered necklace. I got it from Charming Charlie. It is so beautiful. I got so many compliments on this necklace, and I have fallen in love with it. It is just so beautiful and delicate and so stunning, and I definitely recommend it if you guys can find it. I will try and find it on the website so I can link it down below for you guys, but this quickly has become one of my favorite necklaces. It is just so beautiful, and I absolutely adore it. So the next item in my little wedding trio is I've never talked about anything like this on my channel, but it is these silicone cleavage enhancer sticky boobs. And I know that it's like, ooh, we're getting like into the undergarments, ooh, because I don't usually talk about that stuff just because, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. But these have literally changed my life. I have only worn pasties like once in my life, and ever since then I wear those bandeaus that I wear in every single makeup tutorial just because, I don't know. And so sometimes like with her shirt like this, that bandeau won't necessarily look so cute, but I will wear it because I'm like, I haven't found any other sticky boobs that I like, and this is so amazing, guys. I was running around the wedding venue sweating, and they stayed and kept my boobs looking great, and I've worn them since. You can wear them up to like 25 times, I think, and you just reuse them by like sticking the plastic back on it, and they are so amazing. Like, my life is literally changed. I'm wearing them right now. It doesn't feel like it's going to come off. I've worn it to Six Flags when it's like 100 degrees outside, inside, so you really get your use out of them, and they look great. They feel comfortable. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. They're so amazing, and I definitely recommend checking them out, especially if you are wearing like a backless dress. I got this from Walmart. I believe it was $25, but if you think about it, you can reuse them up to like 25 times, so that's like $1 per use. And I personally think it's worth it, especially because some strapless bras and stuff just don't cut it, and those are uncomfortable because they slide down, and these just stay put, so I would definitely check these out. And the last item in my little trio is the dress that I wore to the wedding, and when I say I have never felt more beautiful in a dress, I mean even throughout proms and stuff, I think this is the prettiest I've ever felt. This dress just did it for me. So I got this from Dainty Hooligan. It's mauve. It has like these really pretty floral designs and then a nice like solid color underneath. And the problem was with almost every bottom I get, they're usually too long. So if I get pants, I usually have to hem them because they're too long. And with dresses too, sometimes if it's floor length, I usually have to have it hemmed. And something weird about the dress that I wasn't a fan of was it almost had these like Princess Leia kind of slits up in the front on the bottom layer, and so when you'd be walking, you have a piece of fabric just coming through your legs, and you're like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm just revealing things that I don't want to reveal. So because of that, I decided that whenever I was getting it hemmed, I was talking to her about how I didn't like these slits. I kind of just wanted them to be sewn shut, and then the problem was it would have made the dress too tight. I could rip it when I would sit just because it wasn't meant to be sewn together. And so I was really juggling with the idea, and my seamstress had the idea that what if we take the extra piece that we're going to cut off from the bottom and we insert it on the underneath layer, and oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. Like, okay, so this is just the underneath layer. It's not doing it justice, but it looks gorgeous. It's sheer, but it's not as uncomfortable as it was before, and it just looks stunning. It doesn't clash with the upper layer, which is the only thing I was worried about, and it is so beautiful, you guys. I feel so gorgeous when I wear this, and it's backless, and oh my gosh, it's just stunning. It gives you some beautiful cleavage, and this is just one of my dream dresses. I feel so gorgeous, and I want to wear this to any event I can, so I absolutely love it. So the only thing that I do recommend is, I think I've tanned a little bit since then, just because I've been outside more because of getting to the summery days. But when I first got it, I was a little bit more pale, and so I did get a spray tan for the wedding. Now I got a realistic one because I didn't want to be orange or anything. I just wanted to have a nice, you know, just came from the beach kind of tan, and it really helped like enhance the beauty of this dress because it wasn't washing me out, because it kind of got to a point because I was so pasty that I was almost the same color as the dress, but then with the tan it looked great, and I can wear it more now just because I do have a little bit more of a tan. So it's so beautiful, and you guys should definitely check it out. Once again, all the links will be listed down below. It's so gorgeous and beautiful. For those of you who might be curious, I am 135 pounds and I am 5'4 1/4. So if that is going to help you picking a size, I got a size small. It fits like a glove. The only thing I had to do was get the bottom trimmed off. So that's about it. I wore it with sandals because it was an outdoor wedding, but it is so beautiful, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. So I actually lied. There's actually one more wedding themed thing, and I'm sorry, it's wedding season, so there's kind of a lot of wedding items going around. But anyway, when I worked the wedding, the bride was so sweet. I love her so much. She got me a monogrammed robe, and it is so cute and so beautiful. And I'm the kind of person where, I mean, I'll wear like that polka dot robe that I wore in my Biore mask video, but that's about the only robe I have, and I've always wanted to like get more robes because that's the only one I wear, and it's like destroyed. There's holes in that. So she had gotten robes for everybody, and so she got one for me, and it is so comfortable. It's thin, it's short sleeved. I know it's simple, but I've been wearing this so much. It's just so lovely, and it's heather gray, and it's just, I know how simple this is. I know that some of y'all are like, it's just a monogrammed robe, but I absolutely adore it, and it's super comfortable and just lightweight, just super sexy feeling, and I really like it. My next favorite is the top and bottom I'm currently wearing, and so this I got from Charlotte Russe. I absolutely adore Charlotte Russe, and it is a matching set. It's just a light mauve striped set. It's so gorgeous. It is so comfortable to wear. You get a little bit of midriff, but what I love about it is when you're driving, you don't like see your belly come out because like the bottoms start to touch the bottom of the crop top, and it's so comfortable, and it just, I feel concealed and safe, and it's so flowy and comfortable. And it's really great to have something like this when you really just don't care enough to think about, I want to look cute today, but what am I gonna wear? I just throw this on and it's super cute. I love it so much, super comfortable, and I would definitely recommend it. I almost forgot to include this, but another favorite of mine are these earrings. I just got them from Claire's. It is just one hoop, but it looks like it's two, and I love it so much. It's just super cute. I love to wear it with this outfit and just everything else. It's so nice, and it looks like you're trying harder than you really are, which is the kind of aesthetic I go for because I am an incredibly lazy person, so I really like these. And Claire's was doing their normal like buy 3 get 3 free, and I was getting wedding jewelry, and so I was just like, these are cute, why not? So I got them and I really dig them. So I know in last month's favorites I included a piece of merch, and I think that kind of got me set up for wanting more. And I'm not like that kind of, you know, obsessed fan who's just gonna buy merch from everybody, because merch is expensive. I mean, it's cool if you really support the person, but otherwise it's like, okay. But so I got PewDiePie, I got his hoodie, and I absolutely loved it, and I wear it all the time. And so because I was wearing that hoodie so much, I decided like, I have been really loving Shane Dawson's videos, so I thought it would be great to get his Illuminati hoodie, and I got it in royal blue because once again I'm trying to get more fun with my colors. So my PewDiePie one is a bright orange, I got this one in the royal blue, and it is so comfortable. I absolutely adore this. I feel so cute when I just go around. It's great, and you know, it's really awesome, especially since you can get this at www.amazon.com/ShaneDawson. I think that's a really great place to buy clothing, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's super soft, you're going to feel like a pig in a blanket. So my next favorite is more of a memory favorite, and this really means a lot to me. So when I lived in Los Angeles, I essentially, I can't say had a roommate because we had our own rooms and we had our own apartments, but we lived in the same apartment building and we literally lived right down the hall from each other. And she quickly became one of my best friends, and she happened to be coming down to Rockport to do some volunteer work, and we were able to work out her coming to visit me. And so her name is Emily, and she got to come to my house. She drove from Rockport to San Antonio before she had to fly out the next day to Los Angeles, but we got to spend the entire day together, and it was so nice because when I moved from Los Angeles, in my head I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to see all of these great people for like, you know, 5 years. I mean, it would be fun to be like, oh, I'll be there back in a year, but realistically I'm like probably 5 years. And the fact that she got to come down here and I got to spend time with her and see her again was so incredibly amazing, and it made me so happy. And so I just felt like including that because that was definitely one of my favorite parts of this entire month. And the great thing is it was right after the wedding, so it's kind of just a nice thing to come off of, you know, just like after finishing the wedding and getting all that done, one of my best friend comes to see me, and so it was just so great and I absolutely loved it. Another favorite from the month of May is actually, it was in the very beginning of the month, so it feels like so long ago, but it was literally only like 4 weeks ago. But my family got to drive up to Dallas to see Les Mis, and I uploaded my Les Mis body paint the same day that I got to see the musical, and I was so incredibly emotional, and I talked about it a lot in the description of that video, so I'm not going to get into it too much here. But essentially, as weird as it sounds, that musical is what got me started into literally all of this. It got me really interested in theater, and because of theater I got interested in theatrical design, and because of that makeup, and that's why I'm here where I am now. And so it kind of all came full circle, and I got to see it live because the first time my family saw it, which is what really got us into musical theater, was we saw it when it came out in theaters my freshman year in high school. And so the fact that we finally all got to go together to see it live. And the funny thing is the guy who played Enjolras, we saw him in the very first live musical that I ever saw, which was Wicked. He played Fiyero when he was in the traveling cast. So literally there's just so much going on, and it meant so much to me, and I would do it again in an instant. Definitely one of my favorite memories that I've ever had, and it just meant a lot to me, so that is definitely one of my favorites. Okay, so next we're going to be moving on to music and songs, and so the first music favorite is recently I have been using sleep music to go to bed. So you basically just go onto YouTube and you type in sleep music or meditation music and you just listen to that, and it really would help me go to bed. Now I don't have any sleeping problems, but it was just incredibly relaxing. I really liked it. So I'm going to link my favorite one down below, which is the one that, you know, I used to go through like some Disney piano soundtracks or, you know, some weird like flute kind of music, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. And then I came upon this, and this is just definitely my favorite. So I'm just gonna leave that link down below for you guys. So the next one is, I know in the past I have talked about loving, you know, my grunge music playlist. I keep that public so you guys can check it out if you want. but I recently have become a little bit more honed in on a band, and I grew up, my brother and I would always listen to Panic at the Disco, but it was to the point where I'm the kind of person where I can really like music and really like a song, but I won't be able to identify who the artist is. So a lot of the punk rock bands that we would listen to growing up, I wouldn't know like, oh, that's Panic at the Disco, oh, that's All Time Low, oh, that's Black Veil Brides, and I know Black Veil Brides is different, but you guys know what I mean. So because of that, I wasn't able to like really tell the difference between them, and so I have started listening to Panic at the Disco again, and I've just been listening to the playlists over and over and over and over as I've been driving. I love it so much. I kind of liked going back to music that I used to listen to growing up because I personally like it more than the music that is going on now. I think it's cool and that they're talented, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the music that is on the radio now, so I've just kind of been going back to the oldies but goodies. And my last favorite is one that I am quite passionate about, and that is the new Avengers Infinity War. I had so many opinions about that, and it was just insane. The day I uploaded the Captain America was the day I got to go see that in theaters. It was so... I have so many theories and I could just spew them. If you guys have seen some of the behind the scenes of me painting other people, I'm just likely spewing Avengers theories. I'm just a complete Marvel nerd. It's so good. I absolutely loved it. And Deadpool was amazing too. I don't think Deadpool was as good as the first one, but I do think it was really good. So yeah, Avengers Infinity War definitely has me feeling some kind of way. It's, in my opinion, one of my favorite Marvel movies that they've made. So well done, and definitely left with a cliffhanger, but at least it's only a year, so I absolutely adored that. And those are my favorites for the month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see next. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for spending an entire year with me, or just bearing with me while I've enjoyed a year here on YouTube, and I really appreciate every single one of you, so thank you so much once again. And with all of that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!